Hi there, it's KJ. I am so glad that you are here spending time with me as we spend time with Noah Reid, best known for playing Patrick on Schitt's Creek, but what an incredibly talented human being. His third album just came out. It's called Adjustments. It is a whole vibe. I highly recommend it. You can get it on Apple Music. And we actually chatted on the very day that the album came out. So it was very exciting for Noah to be finally sharing this music he's been working so hard on. And of course, we talked about Schitt's Creek. We talked about some of his other acting gigs and a lot about what went into this album. I hope you enjoy it. I am a fan of Noah Reid, and I did my best to represent all of us fans as I was honored to have some time to chat with Noah Reid. If you want to see more, I kind of shared some of the inside details of what was going on while we were talking during the KJ Today Show. Just look for the KJ Today Show with special guest Noah Reid, and you will get 60 minutes of positive vibes, pop culture, people to know, and pets. Now, let's welcome Noah Reid to KJ Today. Hi, Noah.
Hi, KJ.
Oh, my gosh. So listen.
How's it going?
Listen, Noah. I am normally very professional, but I am a fangirl, and when I got to write in my planner, my Rose Apothecary planner, that I got to talk to you today, I was going to say a bad word. I about flipped. Welcome to the show. So excited to have you here.
Awesome. Nice to be here. Thanks very much.
And what an exciting day for you. Congratulations. Your third album, Adjustments, is out for everybody to hear. How does that feel for you after all the work you've put into it?
Oh, it's incredible, the feeling of a release day. You know, it's kind of like sending your kid off to school. You just hope that everybody, likes it. But it's, I don't know. Making records, making music is such a thrill in my life. It's really added so much substance and texture to my life. And I'm really proud of this record. I love these songs. I love this band. I'm just really, really psyched to have it out in the world.
And Adjustments being the title, obviously that's been a word overused, I think, for all of us going through the pandemic. Are these songs that came out of the adjustments that you've had to make in the last few years?
I think when you're involved in any creative endeavor, it's a word you just keep hearing. In between takes, we would go, okay, we'll just make a couple adjustments and we'll do that again. And it just felt like the through line for me of all of these songs was that it was about some kind of shift and change for me, whether it was Schitt's Creek ending and not knowing what was going to come next, or the opening and of the world that kind of that show represented to me, and then of course the closing of the world that happened with the pandemic, and I got married during that time. There were just a lot of big shifts, personally and societally that underscored this whole record. And I wanted to get in the studio and put these songs down and get them out to people so they could reflect on their own experience and gather around these songs a little bit if that was something that was useful.
Well, I appreciate that I got a little sneak peek when we scheduled the interview. They sent me a copy of the album, and I've had it like on repeat all week because your music is inspiring and it's got this nice vibe to it, and your voice is. I could listen to you all day, Noah.
Thank you. That's nice.
And looking to our listeners who are super excited that you are here with us on the KJ Today Show, I did ask them for some questions that they would like answered while you're here with us. And the first one that came out was Lindsay, who she said, I've got both of his other albums. So excited for this one. Is there any chance that he will be touring so we can see him live?
Well, love to be touring. Right now, I'm on Broadway doing a play called The Minutes for another month, and after that, expecting the arrival of my first child. My wife and I are expecting that in August. So That's going to keep my hands full for the time being. But I did manage to record a live concert take, basically what this show would be if I could tour it in the way that I would want to tour it. And that's coming out on July 18th on a platform called Moment House. So that's the tour for now. I tried to make something that was kind of a cross between a music doc and a concert and a film, and a studio session all at once. So yeah, I'm excited for people to see that, and got to play that with the full band that was in the studio in front of the Adjustment storefront that is on the front cover of the record. And so that's the tour for now, and then we'll see what happens in the new year.
Well, sure. A Baby on the Way also lends itself to a lot of adjustments, including probably not going on a big tour anytime soon. Tracy Tracy asked, are there any of your songs that you felt inspired by the relationship of Patrick and David to write?
No, I don't think so. I felt like I covered that ground pretty well with Simply the Best, and I don't know. I mean, I think that the great thing about music for me is that it allows me to explore my own landscape and the big changes in my own life. I get to do a lot of exploring of other people's lives on television, and I saved the music space for myself.
How many of your roles have you gone into knowing that, there was going to be some musical element, or have you just kind of found a way, or have the writers and producers been like, look, this guy can sing, let's get into it? Because I'm going to be honest, when you sang Whitney Houston, I Have Nothing in the Whitey Tighties at Outer Range, I was like, are they just doing this because he can sing?
Well, no, that character, when I auditioned for that character, it was very clear that that was part of Billy Tillerson's genetic makeup was that he experiences the world through song. And so I think, to some degree, these projects have found me, and, music is a thing that I can offer from a character perspective. I'd like, to be very careful about how I use that. I don't want it just to be a blanket thing that I do, but it's a nice thing occasionally from a character driven standpoint to be able to contribute to a show, and and it's always different than how I would sing or how I would play. It's always from that character zone. So that's a fun thing to get to sort of work with, from the perspective of my character and how they would do it, how they would approach music.
We are talking with Noah Reid, his third album out today, Adjustments, and I highly recommend that you get it. Thank you so much, Noah. Final question, and we got real quick, if you don't mind. Julie wanted to know, if you were to think about Patrick and David right now in married life, do you think that they have kids? Where do you see them?
Oh, God, I wonder. I mean, I don't know.
Wait, you haven't thought about this?
Gosh, how many years into that marriage are we now? It's hard to place. It's such a timeless relationship. I think they could. I would imagine they're not in any rush, but I guess, David's been pretty clear that he is not interested in having kids. Mm-hmm. So, maybe it's a conversation you bring up once every 5 years to check in with how that's going.
You think right now Patrick has got him talked into the dog to kind of see how far can we go with this?
Right, yeah.
All right, Noah, I'm going to let you go. Congratulations. What an honor to talk to you on such a big day. Adjustments is out now. It is Noah's third album. Noah, congratulations, and thank you for sharing your time with us today. I did it. I didn't sound too fangirly, did I? Please leave a comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KJ Today. And thank you for joining me, as I was honored to spend some time with Noah Reid. The KJ Today Show is just a wonderful little fun escape from the world. Every Wednesday night, we stream live. You can watch right here on YouTube or on my Facebook page. Just look for @KJ Today Show on Facebook and give me a follow. And and you'll be a part of the positive vibes of the KJ Today Show, featuring pop culture, people to know, and pets, and powered by PopCon.